Love it. Love that.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Adventures of the 11th Ornament, a special Saturday session. We are launching into the Adventures in Waterdeep. Who wants to give us a brief cap of what happened last time, Jerry?
I love how you still ask.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you for asking. Giving me the illusion of choice. But I guess that's all part of what D&D is, isn't it?
Yes, quite.
So,
Deep.
last session was session 44. Well, AT session 44, the 16th day of Uchtran 1494. We were in, I have very rudimentary notes. We were in Waterdeep. We were going to the Yawning Portal to look for a fighting ring at the suggestion of, I think, Dorn and Tor. We get to the Yawning Portal, because while we were going to the Yawning Portal, there was some discussion about Alucard and his drinking. And then Alucard, when they arrive at the Yawning Portal, throws a tantrum about the fact that the group is trolling him about drinking and how they're blaming him for being the one that's talking about it when they're the ones that talk about it all the time. We were at the Yawning Portal. We met there were several different people there. We saw a wonderful map. Alucard made some bedroom eyes at someone that we learned to be Davil's Starsong. Davil Starsong is a fixer and a finder. Vale and Dorn watch Alucard flirt with Davil. And then my notes really just end with Alucard and Davil do the do. Mm-hmm. And then Dorn did suggest that a drinking competition, that we should take this opportunity to have a drinking competition because Alucard can't get drunk.
That is an interesting.
These are very self-centered notes.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. So additionally to what was going on in Alucard's life, Iken took an opportunity to scour the streets of Waterdeep in search for demonic blood to prime his arrows of slaying with, but was unsuccessful in finding such. He did have a near run-in with the Griffin Cavalry of Waterdeep.
I was ready.
And did a little bit of reconnaissance in the search for the primary reason you guys have come to Waterdeep, other than to spend all your gold. You are looking for... A Harper informant has told you that there is a group of drow that have abandoned the matriarchy and are attempting to find a life of their own above ground, but are masquerading as a circus which travels up and down the Sword Coast. You don't have any more information than that, but Iken did investigate at least one such festival, and found that it later had packed up and moved. So, not too much information on that. We are still waiting for a number of your magic items to be upgraded by a man called Isaac, who you've met on Sword Street, the Street of Skills, and paid large sums of gold to conduct some experimental upgrades on your magic items in the hopes that they... Wouldn't it be really shitty if the DM was like, oh, he broke them, sorry. That'd be really awful. Anyway, I wanted to give you guys this view of Waterdeep because the map can be misleading. The city is on a massive plateau. The ocean kind of comes up to, and it goes up this steep hill from the sea all the way to this cliffside that is on the eastern edge of the city. There's this tall cliffside, and to the western edge of the city there is a massive mountain. Keep this in mind while I bring you to this map. Where you can see here, here's the mountain.
Yes, this map, I see.
Great work, Will.
Will, you're familiar with this map.
I am. I don't know what it is, but I know that I am.
This is the mountain. It is quite tall and imposing from the coastline. And then over here you can see where this cliffside starts. This plateau begins to build, pretty much all the way around the city. So all of this kind of is on a degree of a slant upwards. This hill that kind of gently but exactly grades up the hill here, and then there's this massive mountain, which is believed to be the mountain is believed to have been the original entrance to the impossible dungeon that expands beneath Waterdeep. And there may still be entrances somewhere along its slopes. There might be hidden entrances, but most people do approach it via the yawning portal. So I'll give you guys kind of this view of the city to put it in perspective. Sometimes the top-down maps really don't capture the scene very well. All right, and with that being said, you all had booked rooms at the Yawning Portal Inn, have stayed the night, and are just waking up the following day to begin your investigation into the Bregan de Earth, the Drow, and their circus, as well as anything else you might want to get into in this vast metropolis. And see.
I will not commit to any spells until I get home, so I won't cast any spells probably until then, unless they're common ones you think that I might have, and I won't ask to do that probably.
Oh, because you haven't prepared for today.
Prepared for the day.
And I just can't before I'm about to leave actually.
Okay.
I have to work.
I see.
So I stumbled in late last night, woke Vale up, and Tor, I think, and
Mathis.
Dorn, and Mathis. But we were sleeping in the same room. The other ones, I just went into their room, disturbed them, told them.
Yes.
Half-heartedly that I found a circus. After going out and doing the reconnaissance that I had mentioned I was going to do this morning, I will come back and reconvene with everyone.
Alucard is on his way back from that clock tower.
Okay.
Yes.
Walk of pride. There are two, not issues, but things to consider as we look through the city. And I don't know who plans on joining me, or how hard we want to look before our items are ready. But firstly, I noticed no drow in the circus that I went to yesterday, and that is not to say that there were not drow there, but we were told that they are masquerading as a circus. There's a very real possibility that they are hiding their true forms. Dark elves are not particularly seen as friendly on this continent. Second, the circus is no longer where it was yesterday. So, whenever we do locate, we probably want to begin a conversation, more likely than not. You, who are you right now, Jonathan?
I would be Bell.
Okay. More likely than not, you, Bell, need to have a conversation as soon as we find them so that we can establish a way of contacting them should they pick up and move again.
Vale will offer to step out and try to make contact with his criminal contacts that he had while he was here briefly, And Will is going to step away to go to work. Goodbye, I love you. We'll be back
Love you
in
too.
a minute or so.
Okay.
Bye.
That being said, what are our plans for today?
In all truthfulness, I don't really have anything to do other than perhaps look for where the circus has gone. But I don't really feel as though feel entirely safe entering into any sorts of conversations, confrontations, investigations, interrogations without having. She kind of gestures to her outer garments, anything to protect myself with.
Above table, did you lose something?
Oh, my armor is with Homeboy,
Oh, true.
and my arcane eye is also with Homeboy.
Yeah, I forgot that your armor was there.
And my sword.
Right. Well,
True.
I am eager to get a conversation started. True, I don't want them to leave the city, but you bring up a good point.
Probably not going to want to leave the city without.
Whose room are we in? Are you guys in? Sorry.
My headcanon says we're downstairs eating.
Yeah, same.
Okay, well.
When you did get up
Alucard
the
walks
following
in.
morning, we did briefly go over this at the end of last session. You guys came downstairs, or enjoying some breakfast. It seems that the yawning portal never really sleeps. There are people. There's still a crowd here. Some of them still drinking. But you had seen a couple of adventuring groups challenge the gauntlet of the yawning portal. It seems much more likely, much more common for adventuring groups to take this challenge in the morning rather than in the evening. So you've seen a number of groups delve into the well.
Are you getting back, Jerry?
Yeah, Alucard probably walks in about this time, and I guess finds the group eating. Because good morning.
Good morning. I would have taken the liberty of telling the bartender that as soon as Al came and joined the table to bring him a glass of water and some food and a glass of whiskey.
Okay.
So, what is the plan for today?
I'm so glad that you asked. You'll be entering a drinking competition so that we might gain some more coin.
I'm fine with that, I suppose.
Twiddle my thumbs and listen to whatever's happening in this tavern.
I thought that we had also discussed a possible underground fighting ring.
Yes, I would be interested in that as well. But I think that those of us who are without our standard equipment would like to have that.
I mean, I'm sure that you guys could, in fact, win the fighting ring without the
As
fancy
am I.
weapons.
And it may be that this fighting ring is hands only.
In which case,
True.
I believe you will be exceptional, and I will cheer you on from the stands as I am truthfully want to do. It's not outside of my modus operandi.
You've always been my favorite fan.
Bell will use prestidigitation to make a hand fan and fan.
So, I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure, I don't think the competitors in the fighting rings are going to be particularly difficult to fight. We are in Waterdeep. I mean, there are lots of them, but I doubt they're going to be
Have you ever fought in a fighting ring, Alucard? One time we fought a minotaur that turned out to be two changelings stacked on top of each other in a trench coat.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
No, that was minotaur shit.
Very similar.
Quite different.
I mean, no, I
walking
can't say
pole.
not in the fighting pit.
We're champions, quite literally.
I'm
We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
I think that we're agreeing because I said I don't think the competitors will be that difficult to face. I'm just saying. I don't think you need the fancy weapons. So I'm saying. I have in fact been in a duel or two. In fact, that was
please tell.
a large amount of my training, unfortunately. I don't think
tears off a piece of toast. No.
I don't think there's much more to talk about in regards to
It's
that.
it's material for the bard stuff. Just go ahead.
Material. Okay, so material. Oh, but okay, so I will say this: I did find out some information, not relating to dueling, but relating to so the guy, you know. Anyway, so he is like a fence or something.
Hey,
like he.
I don't want to hear about that sort of fencing, Alucard.
No. I'm saying. Bell, I do not kiss and tell to begin with, unless
Was that-
you literally
Did
just
you
told
just-
everything?
Never mind. Anyway, side the point. So I'm saying
Oh my
he
goodness.
finds
Did not
info.
think we were discussing sword fighting today.
I don't need the eye to tell this.
No, I'm saying he is a like he gets you think. Oh, gosh, there's no way I can say this without euphemism. He is like if you want something, whether it's illicit or not, like items of. He can find them. He's like a go-between.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting out of this. I understand. I just need you to.
Right.
I need. Okay.
And we need you to understand that you're not getting out of this either. Thank you for the information. It is good to know.
So, if we want to find out information, perhaps about some potential dark-skinned elves who might be in town masquerading as circus people, maybe he might be the person to talk to.
So the next time we approach him, he can say, "Oh, were you just using me?"
I mean, I can probably turn that into something that sounds charming, but I mean, I don't think we need to worry about that. I don't think.
Do you know where he is?
I know why I left him.
Different things.
You're right. I'm just saying. I know where he was when I left to come here.
Maybe we try to meet him at his house tonight.
Okay.
No?
Well, that.
Are you
That was
okay,
easy.
Alucard?
No.
You seem a little on edge. Jokes
I
aside,
am a bit
pretexts
on edge.
aside.
I'm a bit on edge for the following reason. I don't think the place where we were is necessarily the place where he lives on a regular basis.
Hmm.
This is good information.
But he will probably be here at some point in time. It is young, so I can only imagine he'll be here at some point.
Great. So all I have to do is make myself look like Alucard, and I could just get any information I want from him. Is that?
See, there's a thing. Here's the thing. There's this thing called, like, which you are very charming, Bells. Like, beautiful, everything anyone could possibly want. I'm just saying there's a certain panache that comes from the Eversoul family that I'm not sure if you can emulate to that degree.
Is that a challenge?
You're
I
too
would
kind.
love for you to try. It would be it would be an honor and a privilege.
We'll have to see about that. Perhaps when I have, less of my wits about me, I have to really get in character. Anyway, how much longer do we have to wait for the things to be finished?
They should
it's
be
been
ready tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Oh, speaking of getting things ready, Belle,
That-
do you have a healing spell?
I have been known
Available?
to I have been known to be able to say some really sweet things.
Would you mind casting it into this ring?
Belle will look at the ring and say, "No," and cast Healing Word into the
No,
ring.
you wouldn't mind, or
Thank you. You know, just in case it is healing word inside the ring. I think Sid, correct if I'm wrong, but the ring of spellstone goes up to level 5, up to 5 levels.
Can hold up to 5 levels worth of spells. Yes.
Okay.
It will be it'll be a level 5 Healing Word.
No. You can. Oh, I was like, I can put more than one spell in there. If
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
level 1
So
Healing Word.
yeah, I was just saying, I didn't want you to spend your super high level spells. I just wanted a healing spell in case this fighting ring thing does happen, and Alucard's like completely wrong about the fact that it should be super easy.
I just want
Mhm,
to say,
mhm.
I'm just looking at my spells, and the more and more I level up, the more and more Belle feels like she's she's a net runner. Like she just has like a bunch of like brain static shock stuff. She's like gonna short circuit people's
Static Shock. That was a show.
It was a show.
It's a good show. So shall we make our way to the arena then? Tor?
Absolutely.
Do we
Been
know
waiting
who
for you
this-
to ask me this whole time.
Have you been?
All right then.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go, as they say in the
the mall.
Moonshays, fuck shit up.
Dorn will walk up to the barkeep and say, excuse me, sir. Myself and my
excused.
compatriots are interested in. Oh, thank you. Are interested in getting involved in some arena type battles for coin. Are there opportunities at this establishment to do that, or must we go elsewhere?
Arena type battles. No, not here.
You don't have a fighting ring here.
No, we have a well in the floor, in the ground that takes you to an impossible pit of monsters and traps, puzzles.
Yes,
Sid,
I've
cut your
seen
teeth.
it.
Sid, didn't you at the end of last session, like we spoke, we already found a place, didn't we? Like it was a lot harder because there's not really that
No,
kind
you
of
haven't.
scene
You're,
here.
you're Vale was aware that places like that exist. It's been here before. You didn't actually track one down though.
Okay. Yeah, but we know that it's also kind of like taboo to talk about in the open.
Not necessarily. There are. What you learned from last time is that your expectations of there being like a city-wide recognized and like what's the word I'm looking for? Acknowledged, sanctioned. Thank you. Like fighting ring is not good. Because that's a highly uncivilized thing. Versus what you're accustomed to in like Port Nyanzaru, where it was like basically state-sponsored fighting rings, because that place is the worst. So yeah, Durnan, the bartender looks at you. How much coin?
As much as can be gained. I also have another business idea for you. After we finish discussing this.
What?
Wow. I could put you in touch with some people.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Sure. Check back this afternoon.
All right, I will do. Now, as for the other piece of business I want to discuss with you, have you ever had drinking competitions in your establishment?
Sure.
Ones that are sanctioned by you, or are they just impromptu rowdy guests?
Nothing organized by the bar.
Well, I've got an idea.
Hmm,
What if
No.
we organize a drinking competition? 10 gold
No.
piece buy-in. You get half the winnings. The other half goes to the winner.
No.
Not interested.
We make more money when people just buy their drinks.
All right, fair enough. Just a thought. You have a good day, sir.
Yeah.
And Doran will walk back and tell them the information about coming back this afternoon for the fighting ring.
You get the impression Duran's a gruff sort. You also get the impression he doesn't ever use 5 words when 2 words will do. He's just the kind of he's the opposite of like an endearing bartender, and that in and of itself is somehow slightly endearing.
Yeah.
You could have offered to still buy the drinks.
I could have done, but I don't really want to spend any of our money. The point is to make money.
How much
Why
is a
would we
beer?
spend-
Gotta
Like
spend money
2
to make
silver?
money. I've heard somebody say that before.
No, you don't have to spend it. You just have to have it
You just have to
sitting in
have
bank accounts.
Who said that? What's a bank
I
account?
suppose.
Hello?
Well,
Pelor?
Yep, for sure.
Hey, or is that you? We're just coming to see you. I'm so glad you stopped by.
So,
So we're supposed
tour.
to meet a guy here this
Well,
afternoon.
welcome to the party. I just realized that you're here.
hello. Thank you.
Do you have any questions? Recap questions?
I assume I just miss like getting back on table stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Then no.
perfect.
What'd you say, Jerry?
So we're just meeting someone here this afternoon about the fighting ring.
Yes.
Okay. What are we going to do between now and then?
Well, I would like to take care of some business, potentially.
Okay. I also have business to take care of. Do you
Uh,
know?
Back
Go
here at mid-afternoon.
Works for me.
Anyone else?
I would like to. I have a thing that I might want to try to do very subtly, without much to do.
About nothing.
I want to throw a parade. I'm just kidding. I don't. I do, but I won't.
Oh, okay.
Mine's just a minor shopping thing that could be potentially very dangerous and sketchy. But I would like to, transform into random citizen number 85 and see if I could track down somewhere I could buy maybe a book about making poisons, maybe.
Oh.
Don't you have the Book of Poisons, or you just want an additional one?
Well, you remember that one time we were in that little god tomb thing and we went into a hallway that looked like it should have just been a hallway?
Oh no! It did destroy the book. Oh.
It did do that, yeah.
Destroyed a lot of stuff.
But yeah, I would like to use my thieving background and my ability to read thieves' cant and my ability to sneak around and use voices and not be a person to obtain that if I can. And if I can't, I turn invisible and run away really fast.
Okay.
And
Make
I
for
don't.
me, please, a charisma investigation check.
How do I do that, Sid?
So you're going to use your charisma modifier, and then if
Mhm.
you're proficient in investigation, you can add your proficiency. If you're not proficient in investigation, don't add proficiency.
Okay, so that's 14 plus 5. I am proficient in investigation. And my proficiency is plus 4. So that is going to be a 23.
Okay. In your
And I have
wanderings,
psionics if I need to.
sure. In your wanderings, you come upon a shop. After speaking with a number of people, trying to get some good direction, you feel like you've been. A couple people tried to mislead you to just like random places, but actually, I can do this right here. You eventually come to a small shop called Weird Bottles Concoctions. It's a small kind of building that has been built up in between. Like it was never meant to be a space for a building or a lot. It might have originally been intended to be like an alleyway or space between two buildings. And this building was kind of just like constructed in that space. It's a little bit sideways and does some zigzags back and forths. There's very little in the way of sign out front. There's just a black plate sign that hangs from a pole that just has a small like potion bottle on it. Looks like it's bubbling. When you open it, the door, ding, 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 you step into a room that is incredibly dusty. Like there aren't a lot of people that shop here or that keep it clean and tidy. All along the various shelves and things in the store are incredibly unusual components for potions and spell components and the like. Everything from, your standard hand in a jar to actually what looks like a goat's eyeball encased in ruby. As you make your way in, towards the back of the shop, you can see a low, almost only thigh height on you, a low table covered in leather on the top. It's like, upholstered in this polished leather. It's got a couple of burn and skid marks on it where potions or something have boiled over and dissolved the leather in places. And there's some scratches as well, like a knife cut. There are potions and things that are making up the very long, low table. There are like basically the alchemist's equipment from Skyrim. And there's a low bubbling from a glowing liquid. And behind that, there's a man, a gnome.
Hello?
Oh, hello. What is it?
Looking to shop.
Really?
Really?
Then shop then. He turns back to his business.
Looking for information.
Well, that's different.
Is it?
What do you need to know?
General things. Looking for things to get rid of pests. Rats. Titans. General,
Poisons.
Something in the like.
I got slug poison. I got rat poison. I got chicken poison. Cockatrice poison. What's your best?
70-foot titan made of plants.
Okay. I got plant poison.
We know why I'm here.
Are we you and the mouse in your pocket?
I'll pull out my poisoner's kit.
Ah, a practitioner. Great.
Trying to figure out how to do some stuff.
I'm not a teacher.
Don't expect you to be. I assume you have a book. I assume you have recipes. I assume you know what you're doing.
That's a smart assumption.
Don't really need a lesson. Don't really need time. I just need some scribbles on a piece of paper and I leave.
Alright, you understand that most of these recipes that I could provide to you have significant monetary or life-endangering cost outside and beyond just knowing what you're doing.
I accept those risks.
Okay. Sure, I can make you a copy of my recipe book. 300 gold.
This does not take a lot of time in real life because is a very knowledgeable person about what they have and knows exactly what's going on at all times. And will be really quick to make these trades. I will pull out a vial of drow poison. I know we're all looking to learn. I know you could probably take this, and if you don't know it, you could probably figure it out. What you say if I trade for a recipe for a recipe?
But that isn't a recipe, is it?
Yeah. Just a start.
Okay, I'll give you the start of a recipe then. It goes, prepare a glass vial.
Give you this, 200 golds. We call it a day.
Done. It'll take me a little while to get it ready.
I'll be back this evening.
No, don't come back here. I'll have it delivered. Where are you staying?
I'm not going to give you that, unfortunately.
Fine.
I'll meet you 2 alleys over.
There's a
Sundown.
there's a temple in the North District. A temple of Tamora. Temple for good luck. Underneath the fountain, in the front, there's a drop box. You don't really want to be seen coming back here.
I didn't want to be seen coming in the first place.
Well, then
Sundown.
Then you look. You hand over the gold.
And I hand over the vial.
Where's the rest of the payment?
When I get the book. And I leave.
Okay.
Can I have rolled a insight check at the beginning or at any point during that to see if I'm being swindled? Because Jonathan feels like he's being swindled.
Sure, go ahead and roll an insight check. This individual, though hard to read, is very slimy and swindly. But you get the impression he was interested in the gold, and more importantly, for you to get out of his face. So, there's chance that he's not blowing smoke up your ass.
Okay. All right. I'll leave, find a dark corner, shift the bell, and then head back to the tavern to chew bread and spit sunflower seeds until we do stuff.
All right. Anybody else?
Yeah. I
Mhm.
don't really want to role play it, but I would like to go to a temple and walk up. I won't go inside, but if I could get the attention of somebody, I just want to basically ask if they know of any item or have any way of helping me locate a specific type of evil.
Make a religion check.
Okay, that's not great for me. 11.
Okay. You find your way into the first temple you see in the temple district. Very quickly you realize that you are not in the right place to find the information you need. But you are immediately inundated with many beautiful women. Long, silky hair in sheer, nigh transparent garb. And inside this temple, rather than finding what you might expect, altars to pray at, you find low marble baths filled with hot water, divided by ivory lattice between them, but generally an open space. This bath is steaming all the way up. And as the women come up to you and begin kind of fussing about you and kind of straightening your hair and your clothes and begin to kind of guide you in towards the baths and begin to disrobe you and kind of like.
I don't. No, I don't let them take me in.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me, ladies, but as pretty as you may be, that is not what I'm here for.
Okay.
I turn around and leave.
All right.
And yeah, I guess I'll just head back after that.
Alucard's going to go look for the courier.
Which courier?
A courier that would be going.
Oh yes.
That would be going to Candlekeep. I'm using the correct term, right? Courier, as in someone, the mailman.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, you can find a service. There's a service run by halflings that you are able to locate. It's a small, squat building. There's a lot of people going to and fro. He lets you know that for Candlekeep, it's 6 silver to send a parcel.
Okay. Alucard is going to send a letter.
Okay.
He's going to send a letter. He's going to the attention of. I'm going to type this out, and then send it to you. But it's to the attention of Ronick Magecleave. Um, and then after he sends that, he'll head back to the yawning portal.
Okay. And just let me know what it is
Okay.
inside that missive.
Mhm.
All right. As most of you while away the morning, in the yawning portal or about in the city of Waterdeep, it's refreshing to have civilization so at your disposal, just to be able to decide to get up and walk out and find shops and cultural entertainment and all manner of other things that's highly unusual or uncharacteristic of your experiences so far together as a group. So it's kind of refreshing in that way. We'll go ahead and go a little bit later into the afternoon as you return. Sorry. Do something really quickly.
Something.
Do something interesting.
Well, ain't me.
So how often do you have to shave your arms, Tor? Like, or do you ever?
I don't. They're just like this because you know how you like sometimes have gills?
No.
If you never noticed that.
No, I never sometimes have gills. That's just not a thing that I do. I can do a lot
Well,
of
you know
things.
how like I sometimes have gills.
Do I know how sometimes you have gills?
Hmm.
Are you potfish?
No. Tor stands up and like walks up the wall a little bit. You see how I can do this?
I mean, yeah, Ken could do that a lot before
Okay,
he
great. Yes, but I do it a different
lost
way.
his spider climbing boots. Yes.
Yeah, his are spider climbing boots. Mine's spider climbing body.
And so, how does that spider?
I can also still do that as long as I'm walking.
Right. But you did lose the boots, and it was very sad.
That's
Almost as sad as losing the tinderbox. Did you ever get another one? Great.
He's not answering that. Not gonna answer that.
So nonetheless, I'm kind of fish, kind of spider. I can do other stuff too, but it's not as cool.
What is the coolest thing that you can turn into?
I can breathe underwater.
So you don't actually turn into a fish. You just can
No, I
breathe.
have gills. Well, not right now. I don't. But
What are you?
dwarf. You know how Ob could like turn into stuff,
Right.
like druid
Yes,
art,
I
like that.
understood that.
I'm. A lot of my people are druids.
Okay.
I kind of have that going for me.
That's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Is this
Pretty
something you
cool.
had
You
to
should try
learn,
it
or
sometime.
did you just come out, all
It's
bare arms?
a little innate. It's a little learned.
Do you guys have like guild school? Oh yeah.
I mean, we don't really have schools.
Right.
As you all
We
kind
barely
of
have dinner, so
reconverge on the yawning portal. You look towards the bar, and Durnan's up there, kind of serving people, and Dorn, as you kind of like head up to question, he like cuts you off halfway across the room with a glance that says, "Don't come up here," but he then nods over in the corner of the room where you can see two individuals. One of them is Dabble Starsong. The other is an austere-looking woman, sharp features, and her hair pulled back into a tight bun. But Dernan seems to be directing you to their table.
I walk over. to
Is
their
is it
table.
is Lord have mercy. Is Doran the only one that is gestured over there, or are we all here?
This is like as you're all kind of reconvening on the yawning
Okay.
portal throughout the day.
Okay.
You can walk in to see Dorn making his way over to the table.
Okay. I will go walk where he is walking.
Hello.
Hello. Loquacious Barkeep mentioned that you might be by this afternoon. I had some questions about opportunities to make some
Coin.
gold through competitive fighting.
Indeed. I had heard. This is my associate, Tashlin.
Hello.
Hello. She's quite a charmer. In any event, I was led to believe by our mutual friend that you are interested in such a competition, and that you are interested in high stakes.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
There is a certain circle where large amounts of money does change hands. It is for the entertainment of very powerful people. Everything is rather discreet.
Wonderful. I sense that there is a what's the term?
There's a butt.
The other boot is about to drop, shall we say?
No, but with the opportunity for great amounts of money, there does come something of a risk. One of the most intriguing parts of this particular circle is that there are no safeguards in place. It is very real, the danger. It's one of the only things that the very wealthy and powerful can still get off on through risk and danger. Does that interest you?
Yeah, I think so. I will say that my party and I are no strangers to mortal peril. It would not be the first time we were placed in that situation, and it would be nice to be paid for it for once.
Indeed. Well then, Tashlin, what do you think? I haven't. She looks you up and down. Perhaps. Oh, don't mind her. We'll arrange something. Say, this evening.
If I might ask, what reservations do you have, Tashlin?
No.
No, I can't ask, or no, you don't have reservation.
Well, I suppose you're welcome to ask, but I won't tell you.
I see. So when does this competition meet? How frequently?
Well, as you might be interested to learn, there's an opportunity this evening, in fact.
Wonderful. Any restrictions at all?
No. If you're capable of such magics as to rain fire from the sky and the like, I suppose you should use that at your discretion, since, again, well, we shall see.
Another question. Because of the discretion required, am I to assume that this tournament is not strictly legal?
That would be a wise assumption.
Okay. That's fine. Had plenty of run-ins with those who might consider themselves authorities. I just would like to know if we're going to have magistrates after us, after involvement in this, that's all.
Oh, well, as I said, it's quite discretionary, and the individuals you'll be entertaining, they have a vested interest in it remaining discreet.
Fair. I would say it's fairly difficult to keep raining hellfire discreet, though.
That is true.
So again,
it doesn't come to that then.
Again, I ask, are there any restrictions?
None that we will impose.
Okay. It will be up to the competitor's discretion. I understand. Very good. Where should my party and I meet you this evening?
Well, you can meet us here, the Yawning Portal. We'll guide you
Oh, I see.
to the appropriate location. I hope you don't mind. Blindfolds will be required.
All right. One last question.
Indeed.
What does typical compensation look like for this? A lot of gold means different things to different people.
That's very true.
Y'all poor is just
That's very true. There are various opportunities, but should you survive some of our most challenging events, the payout can be anywhere between 3,000 and 4,000 gold.
It's no small sum of money.
No, indeed.
You said events, which is interesting because I was led to believe that this was a fighting ring and more of a competition. So, are there certain?
All of the, I should say, all of the events
rank?
are to do with fighting.
Yes, I suppose. But what I'm really saying is, are these sort of will we be fighting other competitors, or are there events that each of us will compete in and be judged against each other based on the merits of our performance? I guess that's really what I'm asking.
You will be fighting. The only judgment is survival.
I see.
That's the only scoring system. You'll be fighting some other competitors, but there are also challenges that are not strictly other sentient competitors.
They are built into the competition. I see. Okay. Yes. Very good. Then my party and I will meet you here this evening.
Oh, I'm very much looking forward to it.
Oh, Alucard, it's so good of you to show up. Oh,
Ah.
sorry, Jerry. You're actually not here, my bad.
I know I'm here.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, this is
Yes, I've been.
one of your associates? You said your name was Alucard?
Yes. Yes, that's correct.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
The same.
Do I
Question.
see any trace of recognition between the two of them?
You
Because
can
I
make a-
would have
Yeah, you can make a
seen them
perception
kinda
check.
I mean-
talking to each other.
We saw them talking
Alucard,
yesterday.
Alucard wasn't really hiding it. He was responding to the fact that he was spoken to as if he wasn't known. So I was like, okay, well, sure, let's.
I rolled a 14. Perception.
Okay.
Is perception or insight?
You
That was
sorry,
perception.
it'll be insight.
Oh,
A
in that
9
case,
plus whatever.
It's a 10. 10 insight.
Perfect.
I will say above table that Cameron's interview skills are on point, and I would not want to be any HR manager that has to hire him.
What do you mean?
It's just like, and what is the typical compensation for this? It just hold on. You just said that it was. I was led to believe this was an anesthesiologist position, but it seems like I'm shoveling dung. You know.
It does seem that way, doesn't it? Yeah. So you don't notice anything at all from Davrim. Davil.
Dabble.
Davrim is someone different.
Yes. Did I notice anything from Alucard?
Alucard, did you want me to hide your expression?
He didn't.
At all?
No, he just. It's a situation where you walk up to someone that you think you know or believes to know, and then they respond as they don't know. He's like, oh, I guess we're acting like we don't know each other now. That's fine. I mean, that's how he responded. There's
I'll respond to Jerry whenever he
So-
see him on Sunday.
So to be clear,
Yeah, you're fine. Sorry, I have to add something.
Oh, no worries. So to be clear, at least from my perspective, Davil doesn't seem to recognize Alucard, but Alucard clearly recognizes Davil and
It seems that
is
way.
acting like, oh, okay, I'll play along. Okay.
Is this going to be one of those my girlfriend's in a different county, goes to different school situations?
Well, oh no, I
My girlfriend's
fully
from
plan on
Canada, right.
making this
Yeah.
extremely
So
awkward.
I have just joined, and I think that I heard Davil. Is this? Yes.
This
Say
is
yes.
the
I mean,
yeah. This
But
is the romantic interest of Alucard. At least last night it was.
oh, that's not what I was asking at all.
Oh, what were you asking?
Oh no, yeah, but it does answer my question though. It is also
Oh.
my contact, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes,
Well,
but you
muted for a bit. I just going back in auditorially and cannot talk for a bit, and wanted to make sure before I could not talk that I was on the same page.
Yeah. We're talking about the fighting ring, the underground fighting ring, which may or may not actually be underground, but at least underground insofar as it's not widely
Above ground.
publicized. So having witnessed that interaction, I will turn to Davil and say, well, I hope that I can rely on you to remember our meeting this evening. I seem to remember the two of you had already met, and you're acting like you don't know him.
who are you talking to?
I'm speaking to Davil, referring to Alucard.
Okay.
Cameron was that friend in college.
I did
this is my
say
favorite episode. This is
I-
it.
I-
This is
I
my
did
favorite
say-
encounter.
I fully intend on
I
making this
wish we had
horrifically
more
awkward for
Cameron.
both.
Yeah, yeah.
Have enough Camerons in college.
I mean,
I'm
was
sorry.
about to say.
I am
No,
actually
that's
doing two
okay.
things at once. Go ahead
That's
and
okay.
can you
Roll initiative.
no, that's not what I meant to say. Just
That's not what he
repeat that for me.
So
Somebody
yeah.
say what it means.
What'd you say, Will? I'm sorry, you broke up.
Fucking. Oh my god.
Yeah. What's it better?
Somehow the mute button on my phone is very complicated, and it keeps cutting in and out. Am I not muted right now?
No, you're
Or
not.
not.
That's
muted. We
correct.
can hear you.
Hey,
We can hear
sorry.
your
'cause, like, I kept
frustration.
hitting it, and it would take 3 seconds to respond. So I hit it again, and it would cut out again. Sorry. I don't even know what I was trying to say anymore. Honestly, I'm mad about the mute button.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry
Well, I will have
interrupted.
said to Davil, I said, forgive me, Davil. I have some hesitation that you might not remember our meeting this evening, because I remember the two of you actually have already been acquainted with each other, and yet you're acting like you've never met Alucard here. So,
If
at the risk of
I
making
know.
things horrifically awkward, care to explain?
No.
Alucard and I shared an encounter yesterday. I would hate to impose familiarity or acquaintanceship upon him over such a simple thing as that.
Fair enough. I just had assumed that while the two of you were discussing whatever it was that you were discussing, your names might have come up. That was
Oh, there was
Probably.
very little discussion.
that was probably
Wait,
a bit of a wild assumption. on
Oh,
my
someone's
part.
playing
I
Dragon
apologize.
Chess?
I
Oh, I'm
apologize.
going to go.
Yeah.
I'll play a game and Alucard
No.
starts to
Oh,
walk
Yeah.
through it.
no, Alucard. No. I apologize if I've made you uncomfortable. That was not my intention. I just, it seemed like there was a 500-pound beholder sitting in the corner of the room, and I thought we should address it.
Oh.
I have a question. Do we
What's
have any friends with any good insight skills?
Not me.
I mean,
I am not at this table.
I have a +4 because my wisdom, but I don't have like.
Okay, yeah, sure. +4 is good enough for this. Again, when you heard like the Vale got uncomfortable when you said friends that were related to in the conversation, just because like you noticed like friends of Davil, like that was the thing that made Vale uncomfortable, because he clearly knows Davil, is what you picked up.
Okay.
But has no idea why any of you would know why he knows Davil. He's let on that he knows some people here, but like that being his contact, you shouldn't know that unless he is very transparent and he's uncomfortable with that. And you pick that up.
Okay, I'll table that. Kind of keep it.
Okay.
separate.
Somebody should have that. While I have to finish work.
Okay.
I'll fully occupied in a second. I got back on for a second and heard like, oh, relevant Vale things. Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah.
Well, again, apologies. We'll meet you here this evening.
Excellent. We are looking forward to it. Tashlin stands up, walks out.
Goodbye.
Later this evening then, and Davil follows her out. So, after this somewhat cold interaction, you have at your on your docket, on your list of things today, you have to meet back here with Davil and Tashlin this evening. Other than that, I know that Chavis is going to be heading to the Temple of Tomorrow to check the Dropbox there. Anything else?
Just to be clear about what I just signed us up for.
Yeah.
Our new weapons will not be ready until tomorrow. Is that right?
At least. So.
Fuck.
We could go sit high and just see.
I mean, I would like to fight tonight. I've got all my stuff.
I feel like
Vale
would go with.
Like I can shoot. It's just
Vale would go to the Temple of Kimura. I want to say that, and then you can do whatever you want. I was saying that before I meet myself again.
I have a bow. I can fight. It's just I don't have flame tongue. That's the only thing.
So, Dawn, I can't help but begin to believe that through this conversation, that the thing I would like to retract my previous statement of it should be very easy, because now it's an underground to the death fight or something that is puts us in mortal peril.
Well, Alucard, I fully intend on surviving, so it won't be to the death for us.
I fully intend on surviving Tuesdays too.
It's a lot of confidence. I'm just saying. I mean, I understand that. Oh, you guys fought the Lich King, whatever his Azimander, whatever his name is. But I'm just saying, some of us have not saved the world before, so we may not be so easily convinced that survival is assured.
No.
No.
I'm
Vale
not
will.
saying that
Vale,
this won't be difficult, but I think that we'll be okay.
Vale will reassure survival is assured. Victory is not.
I am.
Vale will indicate, and I will mute myself at this point for at least 5 minutes.
I have. Unless I had to. Did I have to pay in full before I got my bet, Sid?
Yes.
Okay, then I do not have an axe that you could use.
Yeah, like I said, I still have the Champion's Great Bow that I can use. I'll be a ranged fighter now instead of up in it, but you know.
You can use the Fist of Boobtowel. I'll use my actual claws. Easy.
It's true, I could, but don't you have to attune to that?
Yes.
Attune to it.
Yeah, they're
Take short rest.
attuned to what you call it, flame tongue.
It's true. Oh, how does that work? If I've given it away to am I still attuned to it?
Technically.
Okay. So I'd have to.
No, when you
what's the
attune to
opposite
something.
of attune?
No. You don't have to
Detune?
unattune. Disattune. When you attune to something
Detune it.
new, yeah, you become unattuned from an item of your choice.
I see.
When you meet your cap.
I see. Okay. Sorry. Right. Well then. I guess. How long do we have until we're supposed to meet?
Couple hours.
I would like to. What do I do? No, that's fine. I think I'll just stay in the yawning portal, or maybe I'll go with Belle to the temple, just because
Okay.
you know.
Vale also wanted to go with Belle to the Temple of Tomorrow.
Bella's going to, whenever that time comes,
Mhm.
she's gonna actually leave a few hours early and just scout out, find the place, and just like as Belle, not as mysterious man number 87. Just sit around. Yeah, I'm 86. Just sit around and look and just watch wherever that drop point is, and notice anybody. Try to see if any spooks are about. Trying to see if there's anybody watching that place. If there's anybody that comes up to it. Trying to see if she's being set up.
Okay.
Yeah, does that mean that you let us know that you'll leave early and we'll meet you there? Just be sure.
Yeah, I'd let you guys know.
Okay.
I don't know if I would say, hey, I'm gonna go make sure I don't die tonight.
it's like,
But I would
yeah,
say I'm going there.
you're gonna,
Yep.
like, hey, I'm gonna head out and meet me there, kind of thing. Just making sure.
Yep.
Like that's how the plan is I will mute again because I think that I'm loud.
Okay. As you make your way to the Temple of Tomorrow, it is very poorly, it's almost a misnomer. There's not much temple to speak of. It's a large ring of marble columns that holds up a marble ring all the way around, in the center of which there is a marble statue. It's very interesting, the marble statue. When you look at it from one perspective as you enter up the path, it looks to be a beautiful young woman carved from marble and wearing these flowing gowns. But as you walk in and circle, from the other side, the image shifts, not magically, it's just a trick of the construction, to appear to be an old crone holding a hand out, almost like in a begging fashion. You can see too, if you get close enough to kind of look around, the glint of gold, copper, and silver in the basin of the fountain, as people have tried to flick golden coins, it looks like, into the outstretched hand of tomorrow, which is supposed to impart the favor of good luck upon you. It's all open air like that. It's beautiful curated gardens all around. So there's not really any temple, really, but there is a tabaxi, a black tabaxi, dressed in robes, who is tending to the Temple of Tomorrow. He is missing his left arm from the elbow up. Additionally, he has scar marks across his face. His left ear is only about 25% of an ear. It's just torn away. And he looks it's all healed. He's not recently injured. But he looks quite battered as he is tending to the temple. Make a perception check.
I can do that.
Hope so.
Sorry, I might have missed this. Is this just Bell or
It is
or all of
Bell
us?
and Vale and
Can you do that for me? And can you do it at disadvantage? I think.
no. So
Prevent.
unless you're going early with Bell to do like the scouting, then you
Oh,
won't.
okay.
This won't be
Okay.
for
I
you.
understand. Okay. I think that I was asking, and yeah, I understand then. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean,
24.
if Bell
If
asks me
Bill
to
makes
go
the
along,
same perception check, I want to make it a disadvantage. Then I'll say that, and we can talk about why I want to later. But I think that it's obvious, probably.
Yeah.
If Bell had let us know that she was going, I probably would have gone alongside
Yeah, no,
her.
Okay.
I don't think that. I think that Vale would have let her scout out on his own. I at least personally, I think that I know that what Vale wants to do. Bell wants to do.
Yeah, Bell's just making sure that you missed this, Will. Bell's just making sure that the like meeting that she's going to do is not
yeah.
like a setup, like an ambush.
No,
So she's
I
actually
didn't miss that.
okay.
Yeah,
So
I heard that. I knew
what's
what
your-
she.
okay.
That I just missed when we were encountering this interaction. I think is more
Okay.
my issue. But
So-
I understand. I understand now. Yeah.
Bell, what is your perception check?
24. It's a
Oh.
natural 20.
Oh. Well, that fails.
I rolled a 17.
No, okay. Yeah, Bell, you arrive a couple of hours before sundown. You spend the time kind of just watching patiently. There are a number of people who come up and visit the Temple of Tomorrow. Many of them try and flick copper pieces into the outstretched hand of the crone. Though none succeed. But there are people who kind of just it's strange. Everyone from very wealthy looking nobles to paupers kind of stop in on their way to various places and pay homage to the goddess of luck. You do notice, you almost missed it almost just because it's been 2 hours of scouting something out. You get distracted and bored and are looking away. You almost don't see it. It happens so fast. But there is an urchin kid who walks up and takes out a copper, and instead of flicking it into the hand of the crone, or attempting to, he bends down in front of the statue as if kneeling to pray. He's down there for just only a moment. He rises back up, flicks the copper up into the air and catches it out of the air, puts it in his pocket, and walks away.
I'll watch him as he leaves.
Okay.
And then trying to keep an eye to see if anybody's watching him too. After about 15 minutes, Belle will go much the same, bend down and inspect and see what she sees.
All right. As you kneel down in front of the statue of tomorrow, the fountain, there seems to be a marble panel. There are many that line the ring of the fountain, the raised wall of the fountain all the way around. One of them appears to be slightly misaligned.
I'll investigate.
Please do.
Check for traps. What do you want me to do?
Roll an investigation check.
I'll do that. 14.
Okay. Looking down, there's some stylized scrolling and lettering around the outside, but you don't see any way immediately to open it unless you want to use a psionic die.
Of course. 19.
Okay. With a 19, you do see a spot in the scrolling in the decorative ornamentation that looks like there's like a inset circle that looks like it would turn, and it has a slit across it, like if you were to put a coin in it and turn it, you could turn it with a coin, if that makes sense. Almost like a flathead screwdriver slot.
I'll pull out a copper
Uh-huh.
and kind of press it to my forehead like I'm praying, and then stick it in there and try to open it.
All right. As you turn it and open it, inside there is a scroll box, a leather scroll box.
I'll, quickly as I can, take the scroll box and leave a pouch with 20 platinum.
Okay.
Then I'll toss my copper up into the hands and walk away.
Are you gonna attempt to flick it into the outstretched hand of the crone?
Yeah.
All right. Make a dexterity check.
$19.
That fails. Do you want to use a psionic die?
100%.
Okay.
I'm also interested in trying this.
Okay.
22.
That fails.
All right, here I go.
As the coin skirts up the open palm of the crone, tinkling and bouncing off of her forearm and bicep, and falling between the marble folds of her gown into the water. Dorn, can you make an attempt?
Yeah. Dorn will step up and flip the coin and try to land in the hand.
Hey!
It's a 26.
Oh, that is a success. As you flick the coin out, it lands in the palm of the statue.
Show off.
You can swear for a moment. You're kind of like just elated that it happens, but as you're looking on, the statue seems to wink at you.
Belle, did you see that?
Yeah, I saw you flick it. It's a hand. Good. You don't have to brag about everything. Ever since
No,
you're
no.
Dawn now, you're just like,
No, no.
everything's so proper. Look at me, I'm Dawn.
No,
Dorn,
no.
You innately feel blessed by Tamora. You have 3 luck points.
Oh,
That's
Well-
very helpful. I love that.
I'm just gonna say that Vale did see you do it, and he did not acknowledge you asking if he saw you do it. He is just watching, looking. Currently.
Dorn will just say, no, not the coin thing. I mean, that was awesome. But what I really mean, the statue winked.
I'm sure it did. You're very handsome. Makes you feel better.
Thank you.
Vale?
Tis a gift.
Vale will walk up and ignore all of this, other than he will acknowledge the wink, but will ignore the questions, and he will take the Fortune's 5 pence and flip it to her palm and see what happens.
Okay.
Belle will say before he does, good luck. Does it really work? And give you inspiration.
All right.
Mhm.
So you'll be making, I'll roll it for you, a dexterity check.
But am I not just like doing like a thing that like succeeds naturally, right?
No.
Like throwing like a legendary item to Tamora doesn't just like go into her hand.
Correct.
Okay. I'll use my reaction to try to do that then, if that's a thing that I have to do.
Well, so you won't have the coin in hand, so you can't flip it.
Oh, you're right. I guess that's specifically how it works. So yeah, I love instances like this. So yes, I can't do that.
Dexterity. It's a dexterity check. You get to add
And he's
one
got it 1d8.
Yeah. So,
D.
somehow flipping the coin does not mean that I can flip the coin for
Right.
this, guys.
And that is gonna be a 26.
Hey!
Nice.
Great work today.
A natural 19, plus 5 on the D8, plus your modifier. So, you also have 3 luck points.
So instead of any of that, I would really like Vale to ask instead, or in cost of one of those, maybe. He wants to know why him. Why?
Okay, instead of that, you get 3 luck points, and the statue winks at you. So I'll tell you,
Dawn-
you have 3. So whenever you make an
Oh, yeah,
attack
yeah,
roll,
yeah.
an ability check, or a saving throw, you can spend 1 luck point to roll an additional d20. You can choose to spend one of your luck points after you roll the die, but before the outcome is determined.
Can I choose to spend one of my luck points right now in this instant to ask that question? I know that
No.
might sound okay. That's fine. I accept that answer.
Yeah, it's not really that kind of interaction.
Okay.
You choose which of the d20s is used for the attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. You can also spend 1 luck point when an attack roll is made against you. Roll a d20, and then choose whether the attack uses the attacker's roll or yours. If more than one creature spends a luck point to influence the outcome of a roll, the points cancel each other out. No additional dice are rolled.
Dorn will give a heavy-handed slap on Vale's back after seeing him perform the same feat, and kind of glance at Belle and just be like, "It's all in the wrist."
It's all in the wrist. It's all in the wrist.
So,
do you want to try again? And I'll like hold out a copper piece.
If anything, Vale at this point is kind of, if you pay attention, is heartbroken almost. It seems.
Belle is too busy making fun of Dorn. Sure. I'll try again. She flings it up towards the hand.
make a dexterity check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
I mean, if she's just flinging it haphazardly.
Well, no, she's flinging it towards it, but I'll take it at disadvantage. It's whatever you want to.
I hope you get it. Oh.
Nope.
You get it.
Yeah.
You fling it.
That's
The coin just like hits the statue in the face, ting, and bounces off and lands.
Belle's pride is too far gone at this point. I'm going back to the
Yeah,
town.
Vale walks away. Yeah.
All right.
Openly walks away.
As you all reconvene at the yawning portal, as the rest of the party is here, you can see Davil standing near the back entrance to the tavern, kind of like looking around. He clocked each of you as you entered, but he's just kind of like waiting patiently.
Oh, I forgot. You can't see my hand. Hello.
Hello.
While they were gone, could I have gone and procured just a regular ass like sword in place of flame tongue for Dorn?
Sure. Regular ass sword.
That exact item. If it's not titled regular ass sword, I'm gonna be mad.
Well, I don't, control how you put things in your character sheet.
What
You mean how
mechanically
Dorn
is that
puts things
sword?
in his?
That's gonna be 15 gold pieces.
I'm sure that I have that
He says with utmost confidence.
with complete confidence that I don't have that, but would ask Alucard for, hey, can I have some like spending money?
What do
Before I
you need
left.
to spend? What do you need to spending money for?
Well, we're gonna go fight, and Dorn doesn't have a sword.
I literally own a greatsword. I was gonna. I can just give it to him when it's time for us to go.
Well, that's not nearly as exciting.
Don't worry, I'll still call it regular ass sword.
You can always pay Alucard for the sword, and you still bought it for him. It's from your friend. Instead,
Hey, Alucard,
says
can I have some spending
Vale
money?
Tour.
Can I spend money? The amount needs to be exactly what you would charge me to sell me your great sword.
Unrelated question: how much is that greatsword worth?
To you personally, to a friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't. I just facilitated. I am not the broker. Actually, someone else knows the prices. I just facilitate. Give me the like 10%, and I'm good.
You can have 7%.
So,
Give me 10%. Good. Yeah, 10% is good. Yeah.
so, Alucard, you intend to loan your greatsword to Dorn?
Yes.
Okay.
Sell
Is
it
he- is he
for
just like
and
a
for give Vale 10%. Right?
Why
So we
does Will
heard.
keep sounding like he's driving off the road?
Because I am.
he is.
Because he is.
I thought it was
Um,
just like foghorn.
No, that's the sound of the. Will is testing the ribbed.
The rumble strip.
Yeah, the rumble strip.
It said like
call it the ribbed like road.
The ribbed.
Like,
I
two-
didn't know
2
what.
miles
I don't.
back it
I don't
said
know a name
drive
for
on
it. I
for
was
a
gonna
fun-
say the
fun
ribbed
song.
section of the shoulder where.
the
Yeah.
ribbed section of the.
The rumble strip.
Yeah, no, I agree. Sid. I know what you meant, but also you just didn't finish the sentence, and it just made it worse.
Ribbed for her pleasure.
Yeah, you stopped at
That's
rib.
mostly what I was talking about.
You stopped at rib. That's your fault, not anyone else's.
Ah,
But
I
yes,
could go for some ribs.
I will stop interrupting, and I will stop driving on the ribbed section of the road for her pleasure.
Is this just like a straight up like normal greatsword? Is it like +1, +2? Is
It
have
is
any,
a- Like, the title that AJ gave it is literally what it is. It's just,
A regular
It's-
ass greatsword.
A
Yeah,
regular
that's
ass
all.
sword.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. That's fine. I just
Like,
want to
that
know.
couldn't say it's a -1 though. If it's an ass greatsword, it could be a -1 greatsword.
No, it has poison damage.
Okay. All right.
There you go. There you go. Good. Yeah. Good deductions. I love it.
So, as you all reconvene at the yawning portal, and Davil is near the back, waiting for you. How would you all like to prepare? As you approach him, he says, "Good. Glad you all decided to turn up. This will be your last opportunity to get ready before the fighting begins. When we leave here, you'll be blindfolded, put into a carriage, and brought with me to the location, which is to be undisclosed. The next time that your blindfold will be removed, you'll be expected to defend your life."
If you would give me exactly 1 moment, sir. Oh, this is Davil. I'm not going to say sir. 1 moment. I
My love.
must use the lavatory, and I'm going to go around the other side of the building to roll on the wild magic table to get my. No, this is a new day. This is a new day. Never mind. I have it. I didn't. Okay, never mind. I'm
Okay.
not going to do that because I don't need to regain it. I was just worried because he said, "Save now." Can't save at this point. I was like, let
Save your
me-
progress.
Oh, I don't have to. I don't have to prepare spells. I'm good. Okay.
Question, Sid.
Uh-huh.
Do I have any knowledge of any of the fighting rings or underground fighting rings from my time at Candlekeep and Waterdeep?
no.
Okay.
Some of them, sure. Some of them, sure.
This one doesn't sound familiar though.
No, you're familiar with a particularly popular like underground ring of like bare knuckle, like boxing style fighting.
Gotcha.
This does not sound like that.
This is wholly different from that. Okay. Cool. Wonderful.
I would like to pull everybody just a second. I'm truthfully not entirely comfortable going into combat without armor on. I'm not exactly the stockiest of us all.
Wait. Was armor not involved in this?
My armor is with Magic Man.
To be
I have a
fair,
14 AC.
let me retcon something really quickly because I meant to do this earlier. To be fair, Jonathan,
Mhm.
your armor was only going to take half a day's worth of work,
Oh,
if you recall.
I just thought I thought it was all going to be done at the same time or whatever.
No, there were certain time frames given for each item, right? So if at some point you'd also like to stop by and check to see if that's
100%.
ready. Okay.
Please,
Yeah, you should do that.
I
How
would
long is
love to do
this
that.
As it
going?
happens. What's that, May?
How long do you think? Like, is it gonna be separate combats? I gotta go, or like, am I just gonna miss this?
I don't want to tell you what it's gonna be like, but
Okay, well, it can't. If it comes down to you playing him, he will use everything at his disposal to
not die. Sure.
to win mercilessly.
To win.
Right. Which in this case is not dying.
Right. Okay.
I imagine does
Bye,
my.
everybody.
Okay.
Bye, mate.
Bye, May.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
Indeed. As you stop by, Uno opens the door. Oh, you're back.
Yeah.
Hold a moment, please. Couple
I
minutes
would
pass.
have changed into math assist for this because that's who they saw.
Okay. He returns with a brown paper parcel tied up a string. For you, sir.
Oh, thanks.
You are welcome.
I open it up like a kid on Christmas, right there in
Okay.
front of the door.
Inside is the Queen of Merc armor. The back has been lined with mithril chain link.
Mm.
Adding +1 protection to
So-
the Queen of Merc armor.
Is it now +2?
It is now a +2 set of armor, yes.
Ayo.
That's who we're going to go see.
Ayo, that's right. That's what we're ultimately trying to get. You're not wrong. I believe that the Mind Master's monocle and the
Flame tongue.
and Flame Tongue each were going to take a day's worth of work. So at the end of tomorrow, we will discover what Isaac has been working on all day that day in game.
Was the hound longer than that, or was it the amount of money that was the issue for me? I don't remember.
You wanted, I don't know. It was also going to take a day.
Yeah, I think that we just didn't have enough money to pay for it at the time. That's why I didn't care. I think that I'm just trying to remember exactly what the issue.
Right, and it's a Jaguar.
Because yes, sure. Yes, I think it is that we actually just did not have enough money to pay for it, and I'm fine with that still. I wanted to remind myself why I could have gotten it, but I couldn't get it at the same time.
Yeah, and it would add a day, you know. So.
Well, I don't think it would. Oh, but with adding a thing would add a day. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it would do.
Everything, yeah. So theoretically, Isaac hasn't even started on the next thing he'll start working on until he was done with the armor. So
yes, that was what it was. If more than anything was like, I don't need this for myself. This is a want that I want to know for the future.
Sure.
Thank you. That was
Okay.
That was
Oh, you guys don't have vision. Tarkins with vision on the scene.
No, because we're blindfolded.
That is correct. That is
Very
absolutely
fair.
correct. And the
Very
reason-
fair.
Definitely the reason that this happened.
Can I give Cameron inspiration for that sentence?
No.
You give Cameron inspiration for that sentence? I think that.
No, I just gave him 3 luck points. I'm not also giving him
Oh,
inspiration.
never mind. You're fair. You're right.
So,
Cameron, make sure you expend that so we can give you an inspiration point at some point.
so, as you all are preparing, what are you getting prepared for this? How would you like to prepare?
So I would like to, assuming that Alucard is still planning on giving me the greatsword, I'll spend, the few moments before we are blindfolded, like outside, sort of practicing with the greatsword, just kind of familiarizing myself with it. So, like,
Okay.
my
sure.
first sight of danger is not the first time I've swung the blade.
He said the next time we are unblindfolded, we will have to
We'll be
defend
fighting for our
ourselves.
lives. Yeah.
But we won't know when we're going to be unblindfolded.
I imagine they'll tell us.
Or not.
I mean, they may not, but at the
I
very
guess I'm
least,
asking,
if
are-
they unblindfold us, we'll be in the carriage. Or
I
if
guess
we
my
get out of the
question,
carriage,
are
we
there-
should assume that
Are there
we're
like
possible.
preparatory spells that one could cast, or does that not make sense? Because we don't know what we're
Are
gonna
we
use.
bound? Is the question I think that Alucard's asking, I guess.
No,
at that
you're not
point.
bound, but you don't know how long it will be before you reach your destination.
Okay.
Also, we don't know if there's a dispel, which the rest of us have experienced in a fighting ring. That you walk through a dispel, like at least in our fights, we walk through a dispel ring. And that's not necessarily true in any fighting ring we run into, but we know that we've encountered that before at the very least.
Mhm.
I would say save
Alucard
your
has-
spell slots
the
until
rest
we
of
know
us
what
have.
we're up against.
All right.
I would say save your spell slots until we know what we're up against, so that they can be utilized situationally.
At this, as you're kind of waiting, an unassuming black carriage drawn by two horses is drawn up behind the yawning portal in the back alley, which is really more of a street. There's not really a whole lot of back alley to it. It's just outside the market district, a little bit quieter than on the other side. And Davil walks up and opens the door for you. Reaches into his pocket and pulls out a number of blindfolds. Who's first?
What colors are they? Are they
Black.
all the same color? They're all black?
Hmm?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, let's do this.
I'll take the darkest one.
Okay.
Step into the carriage and affix my blindfold.
Okay.
I'll
As
take
he's
the
tying
biggest
it around,
black.
as he's tying it around your forehead, and covering it over your eyes, he ties it in the back. If ever these blindfolds are magically appended to your faces, when we say so, the command word to release them is please, sir. But if you release it early, well, we'll have to make sure you haven't seen anything. It's not advised. That being said,
Understood.
it is in your control. We don't mean to put you in a demeaning or dangerous position. Still part of the fun, you understand.
Understood. I'll
He
avoid those
Fails.
words until.
Yes, sir, and gets very nervous immediately, like, oh shit, wait, oh, okay.
He didn't even have it on yet. Yeah, and then he gets to each
Yeah.
of you and puts the blindfolds on, and guides you up into the carriage.
Before he does it, I realize there's something I should do because I don't want to have to wait to do an action when the time comes. I would like to summon
Roll a d4.
one of the swords. Okay. Just so I don't have to do it later. A 4.
4. Dealer's choice.
How do I get to choose? That makes it that much harder.
Can you choose to roll again?
I'm going to choose the. I'm going to choose the adamant avalanche. Okay.
All right. A spine of a long sword appears in his hand. Each vertebra manifesting one at a time. This is what that looks like. Oh, I can't get just this picture. It's frustrating. Okay. Share item artwork. We'll just do this. Show to players. Make visible to all.
Oh, cool.
It has
Cold.
2 pictures. One before and after, so that's why I'm just...
Oh, that's cool.
Yep, it's very cool. Cold even.
Haha.
Cold, in fact.
Cold, in fact. So, as you get in, let me actually come back over here really quickly before, so that I can take a moment to set up the scene. Card, Dorn, Eken,
You remember that time that Sid gave us like essentially fireball arrows right before a big fight? That was a good time.
I remember that.
I definitely do. I was there for that.
And he didn't know what he was doing when he did it, and like regretted it immediately, but also committed to it. That's why I respect that, is the commitment, not the giving it to it.
Alrighty then. As you all climb to the carriage, it begins to trundle off. As you wait in silence with one another, feeling the velvet-lined seats of the booth you're in, hearing sounds of the city roll by you for 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 25 minutes.
Dorn will initially start trying to like memorize the turns that the carriage makes and like become hopelessly lost in his mind's eye.
Uh-huh.
So hypothetically, in the situation while we're waiting on Sid to set this up, if I were to make a dimension door behind me right now, the carriage would pull me through it. Or in front of me right now, the carriage would pull me through it, and I could go out like somewhere 500 feet back, right? Like that's how that would work, right?
You're thinking of the gate spell. The dimension door spell actually doesn't require you to step through it at all. It's almost like it opens and then envelops you and then closes.
Okay.
There's nothing. It always brings you and one willing creature.
Right. So it's not exactly like a door opening. It's just like
It's like
a
imagine
little,
like yeah.
little vacuum
an
sucks you in.
Yeah, well it's like it opens and then like goes around you and then it's
Mhm.
closed.
Gotcha.
Okay. Before finally the carriage comes to a halt. The door opens. Rough hands. Like rough feeling, not rough. Guide each of you out of the carriage and place each of you they put your hand on the shoulder of one of your allies in front of you and begins
done
to
this
walk
before.
you forward. You can hear the crunching. Yeah, right. You can hear the crunching of gravel beneath your boots as you walk up a hill. You smell grass and loamy soil and a hint of moldy wood. Your ears tell you that you step into an interior chamber of some kind, but you can still hear outside, but like just the way that sounds are bouncing around, it feels like it's a little bit closer. Now your boots click on marble, but broken, crumbling in some places. A gruff voice. The trial is about to begin. In front of you, there is a ladder. Each of you are to go down the ladder, and then, when you are all at the bottom, you may remove your blindfolds. Good luck.
Dorn will step forward, presumably finding the ladder,
Yeah, your boot
and
kicks against it.
start to lower himself down.
All right, as you turn around, descend,
Yes.
the temperature lowers considerably as you feel now you are underground. By best estimation, it's an underground fighting ring.
How many rungs?
10.
10 rungs.
Mhm.
Okay. So not a super tall ladder, but
No.
Okay.
You feel as though you've descended maybe 8 feet.
Okay. Cool.
Do each of you descend?
Yeah, I do it. I'm second.
Mm-hmm. I will not be first.
Um,
Well, that's great. Dorn's already gone, so.
Dorn will speak the word of power to have his shield start flying around him, and will unsheath the greatsword and hold it in two hands in front of him.
All right. As you hear the footfalls of all of your allies eventually making it down to onto the stone floor.
Vale will continue down as well. Whale will go and change shirts.
Okay. And
Yep.
as you have now all descended, Iken says, "Is that everyone?"
I sure like
Uh,
can't really
Yeah, I
see.
think, yeah.
I think so. I think so. Well,
Uh,
if you
oh, let me say this too. Actually, really quickly. Oh, fuck, we're not Discord. I can't drag AJ into another channel.
All right, let's go.
Here, look, it's easy.
You
Just
mute
in
in
here,
Skype and
and
Oh
then
then
my
go
God.
into Discord.
And you hide your
Sid's
camera so I don't try to
Foundry.
read your lips.
My name is Will. I will join the game section.
But then the audience won't know what it was said to.
Oh man, I promise you that I plan on accounting for that in our games that I do.
Yeah, I'm not talking yet. Okay, so
Because I just, if anything, I'm not gonna cut out my
you
voice. I will not cut out my desktop audio. I will just cut out you guys when I
try to
switch.
just listen to Will. 'Cause I
forms.
need to actually mute.
I will ask my players to not go watch.
Can
that
you not? I can't mute
particular-
you guys, so
Oh, sorry.
yeah, you're good. So
I thought that he actually left the chat that he was
you
in.
you have been able to keep track of where you guys are by way of seeing through
Walker reads this.
the eyes of Du Bois. Yes. So you're aware that you all have been
Yeah, no.
carted
if anything, this is a
northward out of
conflict
the city,
like the quality of the
down the
stream.
plateau, and
Huh?
you are now to you're at a dilapidated church on a hill in the moonlight, and you have been led into the crypt below the church. Well, he was kind of hidden, but yes. Oh, you're in a crypt. There are coffins. You don't see any people watching, per se. So I will say too, though, that you saw the gentleman who led you down was a man who was dressed in like red robes, and the camera's trying to read my lips. And he had a mask over his face of like just smiling ivory mask, and he also had a silver mirror in one hand that seemed to be like a looking glass that showed him a crypt. How like enclosed is the crypt? Because Du Bois does have line sight of a 10-foot radius. It's enclosed, but it goes beyond his radius. Okay. You guys can take your blindfolds off at any point, but yeah. Please, sir. Sorry, and we're back.
Hello.
Wonderful.
Please, sir.
All right. As you
Please,
each, as soon as you say it, the knot unties itself and the blindfold drops.
If you please, sir.
Activate. as the blindfolds drop, you find yourselves in an underground stone chamber filled with coffins. Candles are lit. There is an open door to your right at the bottom of the ladder. It shows a statue of a hermit holding a lantern, but the lantern seems to have been broken free from the statue. There's a lot of damage. It's very old.
Is the lighting in this scene
Supposed to be completely dark.
I can see just fine.
I can also see.
Oh, it's probably because I don't have dark vision.
Oh. So there should be hold on. Configure.
I can see the stream, and it
Ambient.
looks fine, but I just see like the candles.
Basics. Grid. Lighting. Token vision. Yes. Unrestricted vision range.
Ah,
Hey!
there it is.
Yeah, there is enough
While you're
light in
also
here.
messing with stuff, can I
Mhm.
have control of Du Bois' token?
Oh, Christ.
Thanks, Dad.
You're so needy. Duh, boy.
Here comes the boy.
You should have control.
Hmm.
AJ, owner, save changes.
I cannot move him.
It's because it's sitting right on top of Vale.
I still cannot move him.
You can't
Movement
move
is
this
set
He's
to combat
also
turn.
not
It's not
sitting
your
on top
turn.
of Vale on top of me.
one. It's not combat, though.
Yeah.
He says it is.
Neither of the things that I've heard so far have been true, in my opinion.
I also agree that there is not combat happening.
And
But
that
Maybe if I
Tori's on
start
top of Vale.
combat and then end it.
Yeah, that's always a thing.
Should I roll initiative?
I mean, you can. We'll go
If
ahead
these
and
were good
roll
rolls.
initiative, just for fun. I'll roll for Kenny.
Is there a place to see where we could be viewed?
Yeah, good question. Go ahead and make an observation check. Perception check. Perception.
Just him, or are we all?
You can all make.
Oh, I
perception
can't
check.
see anything. Cannot see a thing.
Oh, me neither.
Damn.
You roll with advantage on perception.
Yeah. No, that was initiative.
Oh,
Because that was the call that was being. I just saw like it was.
yeah,
sent to
that
me.
was So as you're looking around, what is everyone's perception roll? Bell.
I had
Not to roll.
I had a 7.
Hey, I had a 25 out of
Great.
natural 20.
Bell and Vale. You're very certain you don't see anywhere for someone to look at you.
Yeah,
Everyone
I
else-
wasn't looking for a percent check, honestly. So I'm
Okay.
fine with that.
Everyone else, you're not sure.
Cool.
Can I tell that that's what they're looking for?
Yeah, you watch Alucard kind of like looking around like he expected this to be like a, a spectator
Arena.
event. Mm-hmm.
Bell will outright say, "Some show if no one's watching."
Yeah, I thought the same thing, but I'm sure they are.
Care to share your wisdom?
Nope. And I'm going to look at the inside of these coffins with blind sight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, having your pseudo dragon kind of flit around to within 10 feet of each of the coffins, and use its somewhat dragon-like senses to detect what's inside them. They all appear to be empty.
That's great news. I will walk up to this door over here
Mm-hmm.
with Du Bois.
Mm-hmm.
and give a little look see.
Yeah. You don't see anything within 10 feet of the boy.
Works
past
for
this
me.
door.
So shall we?
Allow me to take a look at it. Just in. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
No, that's actually pretty on brand. Oh yeah.
All right, Tor busts the door open. Yep. As you're looking inside, do you see a hallway?
Oh God, I'm killing my people. Ah. There. I've
You
solved
can you can have him mount you.
I have figured out something that is that, probably without the mechanics.
Stop
and I will
clicking the
live with it.
door. Everyone. Okay, I'm gonna go upstairs.
I mean, okay. Do you want to check out
Did that.
upstairs?
No, I don't actually. I did it though. I did. So yes, I guess because I did it.
Yeah. As you climb back up and poke your head out, you can see what you see.
Broken down, dilapidated top of the building, and remnants. Again, kind of get a glimpse of it underneath, but no real structure, kind of thing.
Yes.
Got it. Yeah, I will not like. As soon as I feel uncomfortable, I stop walking up the stairs and go back down.
Okay.
And which, yeah. No, yeah, this is the right way. I don't know what we're doing anymore. Actually, I just knew that I would die if I walked through the scaffolding, which I should have seen looking up and seeing outside of the building.
Tor. are
No,
these
no, you're
coffins
underground here.
empty?
Okay, I have some confusion between what I saw above then, because I could see the floor below and the stairs.
Yes, but so that was a top-down view of the building and all of the dilapidation. Like you would be underneath some of the.
Oh yeah, okay. I could only see
on the floor.
immediately. Okay, I get it. Yeah,
Right.
I can actually see it now. Yeah.
And then the floor there has a.
And even then, there's probably actually a layer of floor between us and that, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Never mind. I realized what I've done when I walked up 2 flights of stairs, probably around the building to get to where I saw. Got it.
Is there anything in these coffins? In fact, here, let me change my question.
Mhm.
Ongoing, if there's anything within 10 feet of me in these coffins, I would like to know.
Okay. Roll initiative. Oh wait, you already have.
Oh,
But he walked 40 foot forward with no one being able to respond. That's okay.
Okay.
I'll stop talking. No.
can I be there?
Oh.
Yes, you can be. You all can arrange yourselves. However.
I can't
Oh.
think.
Can you move yourselves?
No, we're paused.
Oh, how about now? No one can be in front of Tour, basically.
I see. I also will not be I will not move past people who were in front of me. So
Yeah.
Sid, are you gonna run Ken? I'm not volunteering to run Ken. I'm just asking, were you going to run Ken?
I guess so.
Or did you want someone else to?
I would prefer someone else to run again.
Okay.
tonight I
I
would
just
prefer
need-
to not run an extra character. I'm usually the person who does that. I would not like to tonight.
I just need access to his character sheet.
Okay. can. Like this. Jerry, owner. Owner. Save changes, okay. Alright. And with that, we're going to go ahead and jump into initiative. As the tops of these coffins fly off, and these feline-like feminine creatures rise up with unusual grace and speed. And we'll begin at the top of the round with this one. Where's my target button? How do I target you? There we go. Okay. She is going to leap forward and make an attack against you.
No.
All right.
Feels like we're in some sort of temple of bones.
Bones.
That's going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay. I need for you to make a charisma saving throw.
Pseudo dragon to save. Okay. Nope.
All right. You, as this creature leaps forward, snapping down. Vale rolled initiative, but didn't actually put himself in initiative.
Is it because left the room?
That
Maybe.
probably might have happened.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So
It
go.
was a 6.14.
Yeah, and I knew I was very late. Yeah, I think I am last. Actually.
Yes, very late. It would seem.
That's why I knew that it wasn't gonna be an issue, but I was like, I knew that I just didn't see
Gotcha.
myself.
This creature leaps forward, sinks its fangs into your body, and also pulls out a knife, a parry dagger, and a long blade. As it's holding you, its fangs set into your shoulder. You are charmed by it. You are infatuated with the creature. You will take 13 points of necrotic damage, which also reduces your maximum hit points by that much.
Nice.
As she will now make 2 more strikes against you. I guess 12 doesn't hit you.
No.
How about an 18?
Meets it, beats it.
Alright. Dealing 11 points of piercing damage. As he, the first time the dagger catching a bit of steel in your armor and is deflected, she comes back and jabs you right in the abdomen with it. She releases her bite and steps back, blood dribbling down sides of her chin. Her eyes are completely glazed over as you stare at her in utter infatuation, and she moves her eyes to Dorn. Tuller, it is your turn. You have full agency. except that you are charmed and completely infatuated with this vampires.
That one's pretty cool, but that one's kind of stinky. There can only be one.
That's reasonable.
My pseudo dragon actually. My familiar takes its action on my turn or rolls its own initiative. I can't remember how that war works.
Technically, it rolled its own initiative, but we're gonna update that ruling to be compliant with newer releases. So it will take its turn on your initiative after you.
Okay,
Always
great.
after you.
So I will first of all do a good old ragey boy. I'm gonna get all mad.
Okay. Are you the kind of barbarian that... Do you shake being charmed when you rage? Or is that... That's a specific barbarian.
I do not know. I am reading.
I think that's the frenzy barbarian, but I could be wrong.
I think it is also the frenzy barbarian.
What I didn't hear. I was crunching on things. What did you specifically say?
Is it a specific barbarian that shakes charm when they rage, or is that all barbarians?
Yes.
Okay.
It is the frenzied at 10.
That's what I thought.
It's a garbage class. Don't take it ever. Anyone
not.
who's hearing.
In fact, I didn't.
Yeah. I would have advised you much earlier to not do that.
I will do a reckless boy because I have those, right? I'm a reckless attacking boy. That's great
Yes,
news.
that is standard barbarian, as berserker should be.
And let's see. Target that. Click that. Normal. I actually have advantage because I'm stupid.
Very seldom you get advantage because of being stupid.
Okay, great.
Okay. She is going to...
It's actually it's 17 plus my modifiers. It was a natural 17 with advantage.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
The vampire's going to use... So what is it total to hit?
plus my strength 22 plus my proficiency 26 plus my I don't get it.
No, rage bonus
Plus
is
to
only
hit for
damage.
rage. Yeah. Okay, so 26.
Okay. She is going to lift... She's going to use her reaction to parry. However, the strength of your blow is too strong for her to turn aside, and it sinks into her chest regardless.
Also, I chose a tail.
Okay.
Nice. Minimum damage. It's actually 9 points. I will actually try to keep track of that moving forward, so you don't have to go manually behind me.
Yeah, okay.
I am taking my second attack
Alright.
as a part of a multi-attack. 27 total.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I lied. I guess 28 total. Math is hard.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do the thing that I was going to do. 10 is the total.
Okay. And this is with the Fists of Ubtao?
Yes, it is, in fact.
Okay. Good to know.
And that will be the end of my turn. Through my pseudo dragon, I will give Gorstag the help action.
Okay,
By
against...
kind of against. I'm gonna give Gorstag the help action by like waving in this thing's face with its it's gonna like wings out and just kind of push back, trying to kind of.
Your pseudo dragon takes direction from you, right?
Yes, I think so.
You are
Oh,
charmed
does
by
it
this
actually?
creature.
Does it? Your familiar acts independently of you, but always obeys your command. In combat, it rolls its own initiative and acts on its own turn.
Right.
That's what the spell says. It says it acts independently of me, but obeys my
Yeah.
commands.
Let me see.
Are we?
What?
Well, sorry. Is this familiar?
Yes.
Yes.
I think that we've discussed allowing familiars to function the same way that more up to date things. I think that's what you're talking about right now. And
We've
the
already
spell
are-
does not say specifically if you're AJ, if you're going by that, Sid is trying to say, hey, I'm trying to do this better.
Oh,
No.
I'm
Will,
not
we're
trying
way
to
past
argue
that.
I'm
You
just-
missed it.
Sorry, my bad. That's what I was asking. That
Okay.
I really did miss that. I was eating and was
Okay.
muted because it's crunchy.
So, yep, So,
Sorry.
I will say make an intelligence roll for Du Bois.
Let's see if the boy is pretty smart. Well, he's like okay.
Mm-hmm.
13.
Okay. Yeah. he has put together that you are not yourself and that you're being affected by this hoe. So I will say that he can take the help action for Gorstag against this creature.
Great news. Yeah,
right.
the boy's gonna like poof his wings out and just kind of like flap in her face and then kind of like get on Dorn's back, just kind of like looking.
Yeah. Okay. That will end its turn. Its action there. That brings us to Dorn.
Okay. I will move into this space and I will attack this vampire with the greatsword that I've been lent by. Let's see. So he's helping me, so I get advantage. That attack.
That's right. You get advantage on the attack.
Okay. Why is it 25?
All right. 25 hits the vampire. And as you swing in, you can go ahead and roll damage, but she just kind of raises her arm and grabs the blade.
Wow, max damage 15.
She seems to take no damage.
That's disconcerting.
She seems to take no damage from this completely non-magical item.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in trouble. I'm gonna go through my 2 extra attacks with the greatsword, even though it's not gonna be effective.
All right. That also hits her.
Taking a while to update.
But at this point, that's because it's giving me an option to react, and I'm not clicking through it fast enough.
Oh, I see. Okay.
At this point, she doesn't even bother raising a hand. She lets the blade just collide with her torso.
Okay. Still no damage. And then I have another extra attack, and I'll do that again. At this point, really what I'm doing is AC hunting and figuring out exactly where she is for the rest of the party. 15.
That does not hit. She does dodge the final.
Okay. Shit. What do I want to do here? Let's see. What options do I have? This is bad. All right. Damn it. I guess I'm gonna end my turn.
Right there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to burn my action surge yet.
Okay.
Fuck.
Never have I ever heard Gorstag say.
I don't
during
want to
the
burn my
day.
action surge yet. Usually it's like first round, first combat of the day, every day.
And almost never can you blame him. It's the one that matters. At least it matters enough when you do it that you end it.
Alucard,
Yeah.
turn is yours. You have seen Dorn rush forward behind Tour after Tour having been just god-sapped from the vampire. And then he rushes off to fight the other one. Dorn rushes forth, gives a salvo of blows, two of which connect, and the vampiress just appears to be completely unconcerned. Down to you.
Okay. I'm going to look at the vampire that's in my line of sight. And Alucard's eyes will like go to like a flaming red color, and I'm going to cast Hex as a bonus action on her using my Shadow Touched ability. So I'm using like my once a day Hex.
Okay.
That's a bonus action.
What ability?
I have it from Shadow Touch.
Shadow Touch, the feet.
That's not what I asked. That's what I meant. Sorry. Hex.
Oh, you're
What
asking what ability am I giving disadvantage? Strength. I'm then going to point the adamant avalanche. I want to level it at her, and I'm going to use Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Oh, you must have a target. Yeah, sure. Let me have a target.
All right. As
It's
three
gonna, okay. First,
bright orange beams.
the first one is a 12.
That will miss.
Assuming that misses. Okay. Next one's a 16 plus 16 plus whatever my 9.
25.
25.
That will hit.
Okay. So I will add the hex damage and 5 additional fire damage for my wrath thing.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember the name of it. Plus
Nature's Wrath? No.
Elemental Wrath or something like that.
Yeah.
Really? It rolled 2 ones? Yeah. Okay. So 12. One of that is fire damage, if that matters. Okay. And then I'm gonna roll for the last one. $19.
That hits.
Great. Okay. So this is just the plus d6. Better. Still only 1 fire damage. How is it a smaller roll than last time? Oh, because
you
I
didn't
added
add the
extra
D6.
stuff. Yeah. I didn't add the
Wait.
plus 5 this time.
You don't add the D6 each time. It's once per
no.
turn, right?
You added the plus 5 twice last time.
Yeah, I was supposed to because I have a thing that the first hit
Got
hit
it.
of each turn.
Got it.
That's why I did less this time. Alright.
I think the fire damage is also once per turn.
That's what I'm
Then
talking
what about
about.
the hex damage?
The hex is for each missile.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I thought you said there was 1 point of fire damage on this one, but that is not right.
He's-
You mean force.
Oh, yes, I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I meant force. I'm sorry.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, I'm then going to move back after seeing the whole "I bite you, you love me" type thing.
Sure.
Okay, and then pass the turn.
All right. This one is going to this one's going to target Tour.
Reminder, now that I have the tail, please don't tell me what the hit is. Just tell me if it hits or doesn't. My AC's 18.
Okay. It does not hit with its first attack. It hits with its second attack. Are you dealing damage to her?
No, -7 to her. Well, it's actually it adds 7 AC to me.
Okay. She crit with a 27.
Oh, nice. That was a good roll too. Damn.
Mm-hmm. That is on one of her rapier attacks, though. So.
Ooh, did she roll with advantage on her first attack?
No. So
She's
this
supposed
can
to.
be her first attack.
Yes, I accept that. My pseudo dragon rolled that D8, by the way.
I see that.
The boy really coming in clutch.
Dealing 4 points of damage to you.
4 is the
wait,
crit.
No, double that. I forgot to hit the crit button.
8
so
is the crit.
8. Yeah.
Which is actually 4.
No.
You're already doing reduction.
She did
for me?
8 on a non-crit. I'm assuming she's gonna do 16 on a crit, just because I don't want to roll again. So after you reduce it by half, you'll take 8.
You were giving me reduced numbers.
Yes. So this will be her second attack. You attacked recklessly?
I did, in fact.
Okay.
She has advantage the whole way through.
Nice. Did you use your reaction already? So.
Reaction.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
So a 19 hits you.
Yay.
She will do 5 points of piercing, reduced to 2. On that next one. And then she's going to come in for a bite attack. With advantage.
I really should have waited for the bite on this one for that. But I don't think it matters because I think I see the total and I think I know what that means.
She crits on the bite attack.
Yeah, she does.
Dealing 29 points of damage, reduced to 14.
I don't reduce necrotic.
Oh, okay.
I only would reduce the piercing from the teeth if that has a portion of it.
There is. Hold on, I'll tell you. 8 points of piercing, 17 points of necrotic. So 17 plus 4, 23 points total.
Some of that is reduces maximum hit points.
It's
Yeah.
21.
17. Right, sorry. Thank you. 21 points total. 17 of that reduces your maximum hit points.
Okay. Got it.
All right.
Looking at my health bar, I look great.
That is the end of her turn. That brings us to Akin. Jerry? Jerry?
Sorry, Ekin. Sorry, I heard you. The mic wasn't down. Ekin also saw the The vampire bite Gorstag?
No. Not yet. Tour.
Tor, not. Okay, gotcha. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. Okay. So, think first things first.
I'm the realist.
True.
I need to ask this question. So, Iken's Kanabo that he can take out to get the sword, he has to invoke the Oni. Is evoking the Oni as a bonus action? Or is
So
that an
he
action?
can invoke the Oni as a bonus action. That's a different thing than
Then pulling the sword out, right?
correct.
Okay. Is the pulling the sword out also a bonus action? I guess that's what my real question is.
Yes.
Okay. He will. I feel, and you can adjudicate this differently. I feel like Mason probably would have had him like invoke the Oni on the carriage ride, and not now. But he didn't really have opportunity to prepare.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay. So then he can use this bonus action to pull the sword out. And that's when the smoke occurs, because on his character sheet, I don't see where it talks about what the sword does.
Yeah, he didn't upload the most recent one, but I've just changed it. Oh. Sorry. He has to be, so he has already fully embodied the Oni. That gives him dark vision and the ability to use those charges to cast invisibility or sleep. So, additionally, while you're assuming the form of the Oni as a bonus action on your turn, you can command the Oni to fully embody the weapon. You plant the club into the ground as the spines that line it extrude from the glossy obsidian base and emit a thick blue fog that fills a 20-foot radius sphere around the club. As you do so, the club relinquishes its hold by grasping the hilt, you pull from the body of the club like a scabbard a 7-foot long black steel katana. The weapon in this form gains a reach of 5 additional feet, as well as the versatile D10 trait. Mist heavily obscures the area, but while channeling the Moonless Hunter, you gain blind sight within its radius.
Oh, so that obscures all allies too, doesn't it?
Yes. You can
Okay.
you can dismiss the mist as a bonus action on your turn. When an ally of yours targets a creature within the mist, it parts to create a clear path between them and their target. This allows their target to see them clearly as well. You may activate this ability a number of times equal to your Constitution modifier before taking a long rest.
Okay, so if that's the case, then we'll go. Hold on, let's check time. So 5, 10. Is this
20.
20, 25?
Yep.
And just so I don't do this wrong, if I use a bonus action here, it obscures everybody, but once one of the allies wants to attack, they will be able to see.
Yes.
But the enemy will be able to see them too.
Yes. They will relinquish the protection of the mist
But
grant.
Iken stays obscured?
Yeah, always.
Okay, so I will do that now then. That as a bonus action.
Okay. Let me grab this and this, and it is 20 feet. Dope. Ding. Ding. Ding, 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 ding. The mist fills the area. A dense bluish fog obscures all of your vision.
Okay, so sorry, I was reading something. Sure. So I'm gonna swing at this one.
Okay.
Okay. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, 20 points of bludgeoning damage, or I guess it's slashing damage now.
It is slashing.
20 points, and then I guess he'll use a key point to stunning strike.
Okay. Use a Constitution saving throw. What's his spell save?
Oh, hold on.
I think it's 15, 14. I hope it's 14.
This says 12, but that might be wrong. I might be. Wisdom should be 4 plus 8 plus proficiency.
Yes.
So it should be, that's 16.
16. Okay. She fails and is stunned.
Okay. So he's going to take his second attack with advantage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Taking a long time to show up. That's a 19, so that does not. Oh, it does hit. Maybe 19 hits. Okay.
Yep.
Stunned means nothing changes with damage, right? Because she's
Correct.
not paralyzed. Okay. Seven points of slashing damage.
All right.
He's going to move here, and then end turn.
All right. Brings us to Bell.
Bell is going to double check that this is how far I think it is. Bell is going to step forward
Mm-hmm. Into the rolling
into
mist.
here.
Mhm.
Right. Well, okay. So chain of events. Bell will look to Vale and say, "Make sure they're okay," and give him inspiration.
Okay.
Um,
Bardic inspiration. Got it.
Right. And then is going to walk in to the mist and begin playing a song that is going to be counter charm. And so anyone within 30 feet of Bell has advantage on saving throws against being charmed.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
All right.
And the song goes, "Now you're just some vampire that I used to know." And that's
Vale.
yes.
You wade out into the mist yourself. That's yeah, you can't really step into that. Yeah, you can squeeze into that square.
He's a tine. He's a
Yeah.
This is
gnome.
fine. I don't need to go anywhere. In fact, I don't want to be in either of the two squares that I can move to. Because again, I would argue that I could move there because my space is actually 2.5 feet. But I don't want to move there because I would have disadvantage, arguably, either way. So instead, I will stay here.
Okay.
And I will, in my hand for one of the, I think actually maybe the first, because I think that I got this spell and had a focus, well, had a staff at least. Oh no, it'll still be through a staff. It's just through a staff of healing instead. There we go. I'll produce flame.
Okay.
It's just through a staff of healing now. I miss.
Mm-hmm. But who did you attack?
The one that I targeted. This one down at the
This one?
bottom.
Okay.
Yeah.
The mist creates a corridor between you and the target, creating an open path where she now locks eyes with you.
She is stunned, right? Does that
That's
mean
right.
advantage?
It does mean advantage. That's true.
Roll again.
Will.
I'm doing it.
I just couldn't see him.
That's
Uh,
better.
What is it?
Sorry, I got a thing that it said I could do, and I don't think I can actually do anything with the thing that it said I could do. So, it's a 19 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
I got a notification from one of my I also think that that's wrong. Oh, yeah, no, this is wrong. It does not get a D. It does not get that D8. I
So
think
11 fire
based off
damage.
of, yeah, I think that based off of our discussions, yes, I think that it does not get the D8. So
Okay.
11 fire damage.
All right.
And
Anything
I will
else for your
fix
turn?
that and end my turn.
Okay. Top of the round. She is stunned. Tour.
Hey! Do I get
It
to
is your
repeat my saving throw?
Technically, no.
Okay, great. That's fine. Smack! I will do this recklessly.
All right.
Will it ever appear? Hello?
She will parry.
Aha! 26 to hit.
That still hits her.
That's great news. I'm gonna do the damage, and I'm not gonna forget to do my plus.
Okay, please. Hold up, I have to
How
feed my
many?
dogs.
That's okay. It'll give me time to look at, make sure I'm supposed to have +2, not +3. I'm
I
a
think it's
9th level
+3.
barbarian. I get +3. Hey Sid, I'm just gonna add it to this one so it automatically tallies, okay? So this one will be +5 because I gave you +2 the other times. Acceptable. Okay, great.
I have to sign off at this point. So,
We're gonna-
gents, it was a pleasure.
No, you.
I think Sid was trying to say something, but
Yeah, sorry.
he's too...
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, so I was planning on wrapping up around 6, so I'm gonna get to but if you're signing off, then we'll actually end right after Tour's turn. We'll just pick up at Dorn's turn next week.
Perfect. Sounds good. Guys, it was
Okay.
a pleasure. Have a good night.
Peace.
Much many fun.
Bye.
Hey, does a 20 hit?
Yes, 20 hits. Sorry. Told you I had to feed my dog.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, so that 12 points of damage. Deal. And the 20 does hit.
That's 12 points. The 26 was 15. Technically 13, but that's because I didn't actually add
Right.
the stuff from earlier. So
I gotcha.
there. And I'll use my bonus action attack. Do I get that with Ubtao as well? Since I'm dual wielding.
Your bonus action attack? Yeah, yeah. With your offhand, you just don't add your strength modifier, right?
I think that's the case. I still add that to the to hit, but I don't to the damage, correct?
Right.
Okay. Sorry, I'm bad at that. Based on my previous rolls, I know that hits.
It does.
Great. Okay, so default roll adds strength, so I'll actually do -2.
Do you normally,
Because-
on like your claw attacks, do you add it on both?
What do you mean?
When you have claws in both hands, you get a bonus action attack with your claws.
I think
That-
that's the case.
Is that true?
I think so, but I did go tail this time. And
Oh,
I have,
okay.
but I'm using fists of Ukal,
Right. I gotcha.
which I think I get a bonus action offhand. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone does.
Like
if they're
I'm
wielding
not
two
actually
weapons.
wrong. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. So that's actually +3, but -5. -5 plus. Math is bad, and I don't like it. I'm just gonna do it in the after.
Okay.
Will you remove 5 points from that? Give her 5 more HP.
Do it the
I
hardest
almost
way.
quit my
Okay.
job today because math made me do it, and also people are mean, so
Mhm.
my brain couldn't handle it. I'm sorry.
All right. And then it's the boy's turn.
The boy will provide the help action to Tor, if you'll allow this, by like speaking in the mind, saying, "Yo, oh, wake up, idiot!"
Okay. Yeah, you can make another charisma saving throw. There is a counter charm song active, so you'll get advantage.
14.
It does not do it.
Yay! I say no, and that's it. Thanks for coming to the show, everybody.
All right, team. Yeah, we've gone our normal run time here, so we're gonna pick back up next week in the middle of this fight. We thought was going to be a fighting ring underground arena, and is something cruel and sadistic, that's for sure.
It is underground.
It is underground. So, looking forward to seeing you all next Sunday at our regular time, regular place. I guess it's always the regular place. Okay. Cheers.
Goodbye.
Bye.